Hey guys, okay, we're gonna cover the reparative line. Y'all know I'm a one-man camera action type of thing. Hola, Bellas. So, the beauty community, let me explain to you about what's happening here. As promised, I'm going to teach you how to use your product line. And a lot of you guys got mix and matches, and some of you guys got the actual group. So now we're gonna just talk quickly about how to demonstrate to apply the group B line, which is for your chemical damage or your shedding, your breakage, the more problematic category. Okay, our pink line, which is our nutritive line, is our moisture line. So we want to get from the problematic category and shift up to the movement of moisture. Okay, guys. So this particular category covers three. They cover way more than that, but I'm only presenting the chemical process one. Then I'm presenting you guys the scalp, the for the dry flaky scalp issues, and then I'm presenting the one for calming for those who have like blisters and extremely sensitive scalp, anything that causes severe discomfort or allergies that causes you to have open sores or psoriasis and things like that, dermatitis and all that stuff. Okay, so everything starts off with the clarifier, okay? Unless you're using the DS Lab category. If you're using the DS Lab category, you are going to use that in place of clarifier. So if you're not using the DS Lab category, we're going to use a clarifier. As stated in my other videos, you're going to part the hair down the middle, and you're going to create four portions, so 4 quarters. So you're going to part down the middle, and you're going to part from ear to ear, okay, from the top of the head to the ear, and from the other top of the head, for the other side of the head. So you should have 4 sections, okay. In that 4 sections, you're going to take your clarifier and you're going to go down your parts from ear to ear, from the top to the bottom. So what clarifier did I use? I use Paul Mitchell Shampoo 1. I've used Clear 1 by the vegan line. I don't spend a whole lot of money on it. Just get a mild clarifier, okay? So once you do the clarifier, you put it in. You're going to take the 4 sections and you're going to open it up, and you're going to put another in that 1 quarter. So let's say this is the section you're working with, okay? So you might open it up with your hands and take your clarifier and put another streak, maybe 2. Do the same as much as you can. Just don't need to do a whole lot. 1 or 2, 1 or 2. Then you're going to work it in, just like this. Work it in, guys. Work it in. Don't go all crazy. Just work it in and make sure you get it all around your scalp, okay? Once you do that, then you want to wet it up a little bit. Once you wet it up a little bit, you go back and you start to lather. Then you want to draw that lather down to the bottom, and you want to kind of like just, comb it with your fingers. Comb that lather, let that lather up. You need a little bit more lather, then you go ahead and put some more water on it. Don't drench, don't submerge completely. You just want to kind of wake up some of the suds. If you don't get a whole lot of suds, it's okay. Just keep working it like how you would. Don't keep wetting it. Only wet it maybe 2 or 3 times. Lightly wetting it. And then leave it. Clip it. That clarifier is going to eat up whatever you have on your hair. So whatever buildup you have, oil, worker, product, anything, it doesn't matter. It's going to eat it up. Now, if you saw that you didn't get a whole lot of lather, please do not put more clarifier on, because that means you had a lot of buildup. So, and it's going to do its job. You don't need to add more products, guys. Just remember that. No more. You don't need to add a whole lot of product. If you are using the DS Lab, you only apply it to the scalp, and you just rub it the same way you would apply this, but you're only really focusing on the scalp. So if you're using that, just the scalp, and rub it in, mist it with water, rub it in, or you can get it wet just a little bit so you can get a good lather right on the scalp. Leave it on there for 5 to 10 minutes, okay? Then you rinse out. So that's where the rinse out part come in. Now, you're going to use a tad bit of the shampoo. This is really not the bottle, because I don't have it, but your bottle is this color for your shampoo. From there, you take only a dime size or a nickel size of the shampoo. Teeny bit. What does that look like? Teeny. That's it, guys. That's it. Okay, if your hair's a little longer, maybe a little bit more. That's it. That's enough. And so when you rinse that out, you're doing a thorough rinse. So when you do a thorough rinse, the hair's squeaky. That's when you want it to be. You don't want the hair slimy. If the hair is still slimy and you don't get that squeak that sounds like your hair's been stripped, then that means you need to go back again with the clarifier. If your hair, guys, is not squeaky and you're using this, it's okay. You got to move on because you can't go in with the clarifier and strip the hair. This is a different type of shampoo. So this shampoo requires no clarifier. And this has to get shampooed weekly. Okay? Weekly. So once we get past that, we rinse it out. Now we go in with the shampoo. So you go ahead and rub it in for the shampoo, and you're going to work your way like this. Work your way like this. And then just work it up. And then start rubbing in. Okay? So you work from the bottom or midway. And then you're just rubbing the product in. Most of us take that shampoo and we do like this. We don't want that because all that sit right here. So what you're going to do is take the shampoo and you want to work midway. And then work it. And then that way it's an even spread. It's either going to spread this way or it's going to spread that way. But you want to start midway. If you have short hair, slap that joint on. Okay. We got the shampoo part. Do that part. Rinse it out. Now, remember, this is a fake bottle. It's this color. I don't have it. I didn't bring it. I'm doing a video. I just didn't bring it. So now, if we're going to do our treatment, we're going to just do a mask. We're only going to use a spatula, and we're going to scoop up only about a dime size or a quarter size, depending on the hair. Where's my doggone thing? Oh, I have my spatula. Oh, there it is. I know all them people gonna talk about my stuff. Okay, so you scoop in with a spatula, guys. You don't want to use your fingers, okay? You don't need a whole lot. The mask right there. That's it, the entire head. Can you see that? That's it. This is when, look at my hand side. That's it. So then you put it in your bowl. You put it in your bowl. Bam, it's in my bowl. So once you put it in your bowl, guys, close this joint back up, okay? It comes with a plastic cover to seal it, keeps it fresh, keeps all the ingredients fresh and preserved and all that good stuff. Just looking at all of this, so out of breath. So you're doing the mask, and the mask step is the one that goes under the steamer for those who have medium coarse hair. The ones who cannot go under the steamer, who is fine and super fine hair, there's a difference. Fine and thin, no steamer. Fine hair, you can go under the steamer lightly. But if you feel that it made your hair too limp as far as the steamer, you have to get some form of moisture. So you have to do the towel. And then after the towel, you have to put it, under a plastic cap. And you can sit under the hot dryer for about 5-10 minutes. That's it. If you have a lot of fine hair, your strands and stuff is fine. If you have a lot, then you can do like 5 to 15 minutes under the steamer, maybe medium heat. But if you're going under hot heat, sit under like 5 to 10 minutes. So once you put the mask onto the hair, okay, again, you want to work your sections midway. You're just using this. That you're going to use the mask treatment for the first time, whether you're under the steamer or whether you have to go under the dryer. It would definitely need to do it the first 2 months. In the first 2 months, you need to do it every 2 weeks. And then you have to gauge it, okay? On the 3rd month, you have to see whether you're going to do it for another 2 weeks, okay? So after you finish that, then you're going to say, okay, well, I got my hair feeling strong, because this is not going to be the moisturizing group. Your hair's not going to feel dry, but it's going to feel, it has that oomph, it has that stability. It doesn't feel fragile. And so this is excellent for chemically treated hair. It's excellent for hair that's shedding, but it's not severely shedding, but it's shedding more than it should. And this is chemicals from relaxers, people who's transitioning. This is your group, okay? This is your group. Transitioning from relaxers to natural. Or bad relaxers that's causing hair loss. This is your group, okay? So now, again, you got your clarifier, or you're going to use your DS Lab. You follow with the shampoo. Now we're doing the mask. Once you decided you're going to do the intensified for the ones who severely losing hair, or the hair is like literally like feeling like straw, very, very, very fragile, other than just a normal shedding, you're going to mix your SOS valve. You only need half of the valve. Now, I'm not going to open this one because these are very expensive. So I only need half of a valve mixed in with that, the same way with the moisture. So I'm going to pretend that this is one. So you only need half of the valve, and you're going to pour half of that, and you're going to take a whisk, and you're going to mix it. Okay, mix it till it's nice and creamy. Then you're going to pour that in your hands, and then you're going to rub it, working your way up. And to work your way up, and then rub it on top of your head. Rub it, work your way up, then on top of your head, and then get it through. The goal is to get it all in your hair, but not to see the product, okay? All in your hair, not to see the product. Now, this one sits under the dryer, steamer, much longer. You got to sit close to 30 to 40 minutes for thicker hair, and you do that for the first, it varies. Sometimes some clients need to sit under there for almost 2.5 months back to back. But you definitely sit up to 30 to 40 minutes under this particular one. If you're severely shedding, or you had some really bad chemical breakage or chemical bleach that really is like, okay, I'm trying to prevent my hair from breaking, this is where this bad boy comes into place. Shedding, control it up to 80%. The breakage, it slows it down from the color developer. And then you have shedding from chemical damage. For relaxers or people who's transitioning, this slows all of that down. These little nozzles, I wouldn't put it on this one because you're going to pour it half. Okay, so just remember that. Now, after you finish the steamer, you're going to rinse the water on your hair, but it's not going to be hot water, guys. It's going to be kind of like lukewarm, like lightly cool. That's going to seal the cuticles. It's very important. Kind of cool water. Not cold. Cold won't hurt either. Cold would actually be really good. It literally covers it. It literally works on the cuticles and lays it down, and you'll see the shine in the hair as you're rinsing it. But you wouldn't, I would. So after you rinse the hair out as thorough as possible, get it all out of there, okay? Get it all out of there. Then you're going to use your leave-in drop for those who are really, really feel like, they need that extra protection. This is where the leave-in drop. You only use half of a valve. So there's 6 valves in here. You should be able to get 12 use out of it. So this is where the nozzle comes in. You screw it up on top of the nozzle, which is definitely one of these bottles right here. You're going to remove that. And I love the fact that now they're making, these things used to be glass, so you couldn't even reuse it. You had to so once you do that, and then you just kind of pour it on the ends per section, pour it on the ends per section. After you finish your half valve, then you're going to work it through the hair, and then pour it on the end, because this is where it matters, on the ends for me. I find it to be it's not a waste when I do it on the ends versus just throwing it from the top and way down, because that's really where the hair is most fragile, because it's, in the friction. That would be your lotion, okay? And you can use the lotion as long as you want. The lotion is that extra reinforcement from keeping your hair in between washes. If you don't do a treatment that often, you can use the lotion. It's just that replenisher. There's no no good or wrong to say, oh, I want to stop now. They're not wrong for doing it. But if you feel like, oh, maybe I need a little bit more oomph, but I'm not ready to do a full treatment, then you can use the lotion. Okay? But typically, client who's going through more, they stick with the lotion. So and then this spray is for somebody who do more wet and go. They have this, and I didn't put it up on our store, but you can use it. It's really a good product. It's actually the daily drop, but this is more we don't do out here very often, so we do wash it more often than others. This is a good reinforcer. And then with all this said and done, guys, this is the thing. This line, if you find your hair getting to the point where you're going from that dry, coarse, and it's now feeling firm, but you need a little bit more moisture, this is the only line that I've ever worked with that you can use any one of the categories to help do what it needs to do. So this is where I would now, with my leave-in bottle is bigger, this is where I would now incorporate the leave-in your size. Okay, this is where I would now incorporate the leave-in on the very end. Same amount that I would use for the shampoo. Very small amount. You guys will have it. I can't squeeze this one because it's a client, but you guys will be able to take it and just do one streak. Do one streak from your palm. I mean, from the tip of your, where your palm and your space between your fingers, whatever that is, right there, to the wrist. Just do one line. That goes to show you'll have more than enough. And if you got real big hands, do half. Don't do it too big. You get my point? Just one line. So you would do that, and that you can add that on to the leave-in to help soften the hair. So now you got the oomph, and you got everything else you put on it, and then you finish it off with added leave-in. So if you're gonna use the drop, and it's wet on the hair, you can still combine this. It won't hurt the hair. If you don't want to use this, and you want to blow dry the hair with something that provides more moisture, this is where you're detangling, the nutritive detangling fluid. This actually will add to the moisture. So you can either use and the ones who got package A have it. So I'm just showing you how you can transition into the moisture or how moisture is needed. Now, once you get into the moisture line, group A, you don't actually necessarily use group B. Unless you find that you did something and your hair feeling a little compromised or something, then you want to get into group B just to help strengthen it back up to get back to group A. Group A is where you want to be. There's a line above this, but we don't really, that's just not what we would use so often. Okay, guys, so I'm pretty sure I covered. Oh, of course, once you blow dry and do whatever you do, the spray that comes with this particular line, for those of you who are using the spray, you always want to blow dry the hair first. Unless you're doing a wet and go, then you want to use it before you put your finishing product for your wet and go, the spray. And you guys know exactly which ones I'm talking about. The DS RS, the DS DNC, the DS R7. For those of you who ordered those particular sprays, they come with a pump. You want to do it when the hair is clean and dry. But if you're doing a wet and go, you want to do it before you put your leave-in product, okay? And that has to be done twice a day. The shampoo has to be done weekly. Now, for those who are doing this shampoo and they're doing it weekly, you only need the shampoo. You can use either the mask as a finish, and don't go underneath the steamer, which I don't think you should. But if you didn't get the leave-in conditioner, which I always recommend. So if you wanted to say, oh, well, I'm trying to get my hair to grow extra. I need which would technically be the RC, because it would be dark green. Just don't pay attention to that color. It'll be a shampoo, and then you would do your leave-in conditioner. So you see how they're differently mixed? That's all you need, because you're going to shampoo weekly. Then on your second week, when it's time to do your mask, you would do everything, just the mask itself. And this would be your mask, the mask, and then you would do your leave-in. And if you want to put the drops, then you would add the drops. You see how it can kind of switch up? And if you say, oh, I don't want to use this leave-in, I want to do the spray-in. So you would do your mask before, and then you would do your daily drops, and then you would do your spray. Okay, guys? The thing is all in tiers. This is right before you blow dry. Okay? If you don't want to use this, then this is what you're going to do right before you blow dry. That's your drops. That's your lotion. It's called the lotion. All right, guys, so I think I covered this part and how you can start to mix and match. Woo! I'm going to also go over because this is all in Group B. For those of you who got the Calming shampoo, who has blisters, psoriasis, and things like that, you're going to shampoo your scalp regular. I won't necessarily suggest that you use a clarifier. For the Calming shampoo, I won't suggest you use a clarifier. because we don't know if stripping what oils or whatever's happening on the scalp, it's a good thing. Okay, so we're going to use the shampoo directly. All right, that's, we'll use the shampoo directly. And after you finish with the shampoo, if you're not doing any additional treatment, when you have blisters on your scalp, I don't recommend you get a steam treatment. We want the scalp to be calmed and not flared up, because that's steam, and that's going to agitate and soften the skin on the scalp, and it might agitate even more the open blisters. Okay, so you want to use the shampoo and then the drop that comes with the shampoo, which is this. Now this is the calm and tonic. So you got the Calming, I don't have my glasses on, but your Calming Low shampoo. I can't see the first word. So you got these two. This is all you would use. At the end, you can use your leave-in conditioner to soften up the hair. If your hair is super duper duper fine, no. Okay, simple as that. No. Now, if your hair is super 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 fine, you can actually mix the lotion drop to give it a little bit more oomph. So you see, you can use that, because you don't really need as much of the feel of the weight of the moisture. This product line provides a good moisture anyway, but this will give you that leave-in control drop, because these are really scalp focused. You need something on the hair if you're super fine. But if you're not super fine, medium coarse texture, or fine strands of hair, but you got a lot of it, this is a good one. Or you can mix, or you can use that. But I tend to like this one as my go-to. Honestly, guys, I hardly use this. I hardly use it. But I think it's great, but I just don't use it. I can't really say I love it. I just don't use it. I don't know what else to say other than that. Now, that is your Calming shampoo. So we now have, let me move this out the way. Now we're going to deal with the shampoo with the scrub, okay? Shampoo with the scrub. Now this is the real shampoo to go with it. I was faking funk. But the shampoo with the scrub comes with a couple pieces. We got that, and then we got the actual scrub. So this particular scrub, guys, this is sandy, it's gritty, okay? This gritty scrub is amazing far as going in, and you want to go in from the center of your head to the back of your head, from the top, same thing, right? No clarifier. We do not use it for that because we're focusing on the scalp. So we're going to do that, and then we could probably put 1 or 2 in the middle, and then you're going to kind of, and when I say in the middle, you're going to have 4 sections. So split the 4 sections, and then split those sections into however you need to, sideways, whatever, just so that way you can get in the middle between each section. Then you're going to agitate that. You're going to rub it, and really rub it, because it's kind of like a facial. You want to get that sand, gritty feeling just to disturb and go underneath and start lifting stuff. And you leave it on the hair. And you can leave it on the hair up to 10 minutes. Now, if you want to, very possible, I don't see anything wrong with it. If you want to, get under the steamer. You can sit under the steamer just with this, even with your hair dirty. Get under the steamer so that way it can really break down. Just like if you was get a facial, you go in, you do all that, and then they put that steam on you, and then you just feel the pores like, whoo. It's going to do the same thing, okay? So then after that, you come out 5 to 10 minutes. You come out and you rinse your hair. Then you rinse your hair out. Then you're going to use the shampoo. Same amount, guys. No bigger than a nickel, okay? You're going to use the shampoo twice. Not once, but twice, okay? And after you rinse that out thoroughly, then you're going to take this, and then you just want to mist the sections of, this mist, open up your scalp. Open up your hair, expose your scalp, and mist. This is that cool tonic. It's going to balance out. And you can use this with any one of the lines. If you just want that real fresh feeling and balance out the pH level and just kind of rejuvenate and wake up the cells, this spray is great for that. Okay, but this is the combination. Bam. Now, medium, coarse, finish that. I will put that. If you don't want to get this is like $12. This is $18. Oh no, this is $15. This is $18. This is a detangle, so it's a great product to blow dry in, on top of the other stuff that I've given you guys how to blow dry. So you can mix that combination. If you are using DS Lab, okay, if you're using DS Lab, the one thing is you won't use this every single time. So DS Lab is weekly. You're only gonna do this every other time with the DS Lab. All right, because this is a growth shampoo and it will heal and condition and rejuvenate the scalp as well. This is peeling of the dead skin and lifting up other stuff. So this is kind of working hand in hand, but you don't want to use it at the same time. Okay, so you got this. If you're using DS Lab, you do this weekly. Every other week, you combine the two. You cannot go without that. And then you follow up with the shampoo. When you do this combination, not this right here, when you do this combination, you only use one shampoo because you got your first wash in. You're going to do this. But when you do that, you do not go under the steamer, okay? Because you're going to have this wet sitting. Your scalp is already softened. You didn't do this. And then you go under, and then you rinse out. You don't go under the steamer with this when you're combining the DS Lab. Now, once we do that, you say to yourself, well, when do I get my steam treatment, right? You do that without this, okay? You take this about 3 shampoos. You're going to use this about 3 total times before you start seeing that your scalp has really made a significant difference. And you're going to continue to do it, and it will control a lot of the itchy, the dryness, and some people have that real serious buildup of dead skin right around the hairline, and that sometimes is just buildup of product from your face shampoo and your facial wash and things like that. Makeup, so oils, everything can settle right here and build up. So I forgot what I said, but this one here you would use under the steamer if you're not going to use this. You do not go under the steamer if you're going to use this. No steamer with this. Steamer with this, 2 shampoos, and then that's it. Now, if you say I need a deep moisture treatment on top of my scalp, meaning this and whichever category, whether you're going to use a mass moisture treatment or one of the reconstructor, you can continue on normal. Remember, this is strictly for the scalp. These treatments are for the hair. Okay, so there's a difference. Scalp, hair. So mass and all of the leave-ins and all of the essential oils for the strands of the hair. The scalp stuff caters to just the scalp, so it's okay that you can mix, and you can use whichever category of the line that you have, and these are how you can mix them up. And I think, guys, it covers enough for you. Now that's gonna be it. Oh, I'm gonna fall. Yeah.